Every morning, the sun would rise, casting a warm glow over the quiet streets of a small town. In one particular house, a man named Jack would wake up with a sense of purpose. Jack was not a fitness enthusiast nor an athlete, just an ordinary man. But he had set himself an extraordinary challenge, to do 100 push-ups every day for an entire year. Jack's journey began on a chilly January morning. As he dropped to the floor for his first push-up, he felt the stiffness in his body. He pushed through the initial discomfort, counting each push-up out loud. 1, 2, 3. By the time he reached 20, his arms were shaking. But Jack was determined. The first week was tough. His muscles ached, and there were moments he questioned his decision. But he persevered. Each morning, Jack would grit his teeth and push through the pain. He kept a journal, documenting his progress. The first few entries were filled with words of struggle and frustration, but soon, something remarkable began to happen. After 2 weeks, Jack noticed a change. His body was starting to adapt. The push-ups felt less like a chore and more like a routine. His arms were no longer shaking after 20. He could now go up to 40 before feeling the burn. His posture improved, and he stood a little taller, shoulders back and chest out. Jack's friends and family began to notice the change, not just in his physique, but in his confidence. As the months went by, Jack's transformation was undeniable. By March, he had developed a rhythm. Each morning, he would do his push-ups, feeling the strength surge through his body. His muscles became more defined, his chest broader, and his core tighter. But it wasn't just his physical appearance that was changing. One evening, as Jack was getting ready for bed, he looked at himself in the mirror. He saw the muscles he had built, the strength he had gained, but he also saw something deeper. He saw resilience. The push-ups had become a metaphor for his life. Each push-up represented a challenge he had overcome, a moment of weakness he had turned into strength. By summer, Jack was doing 100 push-ups with ease. He no longer needed to break them into sets. He could do all 100 in one go. His endurance had skyrocketed, and he felt invincible. Jack began to incorporate other exercises into his routine, but the push-ups remained a constant, a reminder of his journey. In September, something unexpected happened. Jack's story began to spread. It started with a neighbor who had seen him doing push-ups in his backyard every morning. The neighbor was inspired and started doing push-ups too. Soon, others in the community joined in, and before long, a small group would gather each morning to do push-ups together. Jack became a symbol of perseverance and dedication. His journey showed that with commitment and hard work, anyone could achieve their goals. The local newspaper picked up the story, and Jack became somewhat of a local hero. As the year came to a close, Jack reflected on his journey. It had been more than just a physical transformation. The push-ups had taught him discipline, patience, and the power of consistency. He had faced many challenges, both physically and mentally, but he had come out stronger on the other side. On the final day of the year, Jack gathered with his friends and family in the town square. There was a sense of celebration in the air. As the clock struck midnight, marking the end of his year-long challenge, Jack dropped to the ground and began his push-ups. 1, 2, 3. The crowd joined in, counting with him, cheering him on. When he reached 100, the crowd erupted in applause. Jack stood up, his body strong and his spirit even stronger. He realized that the push-ups were never just about building muscle, they were about building character. Jack's story spread far and wide, inspiring people everywhere to take on their own challenges, to push through their own struggles, and to never give up. In the end, Jack taught us all a valuable lesson. It's not about the push-ups themselves, but about the determination to do them every day. It's about the commitment to improve, no matter how small the steps may seem. Jack's journey showed that true strength comes from within, and with a little bit of grit and a lot of heart, anything is possible.